ladies, and thanks for stopping by Edgy Elegance Cosmetics, also known as Edgy Elegance Movement, where we have the great opportunity to bring to you next month at our third event, May 25th, at the Huntington Beach Equestrian Center, Michael Peak. Michael Peak works with women, and he has great value that he's going to give us. 2 seminars that are known as Intrinsically Magnificent, which each and every one of us are, as well as a matter of persuasion. We're going to interview Michael a little bit, and you will be able to see what he has to offer. Michael, we welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Michael, first question I would like to ask you. The Edgy Elegance Movement is women helping women, entrepreneur women, supporting each other in their goals, dreams, and aspirations. Why would we want a man to help us understanding who we are as women?
Well, thank you for asking. I could tell you all about my qualifications or simply say this. The number one phone call we get afterwards is, "Thank you, you saved my marriage," which I think is qualifications enough. Of course, the single women, we actually have been getting more single women than married women coming to my events over the last few years, and they don't say anything like that. They say something like, "Woohoo!" Not exactly sure what that means, but it really sounds interesting. Anyway, it's not about whether I'm a man or a woman or whatever. It's about breakthroughs. That's what this is all about. It doesn't matter who the messenger is, it's about the message. And the message really is about you. And you've got your story, your background, your blocks. And I'm all about, let's get rid of the blocks, because you already have the answers. You already know how to be successful. Most people know how to be successful. And I think that most women have created enough baggage in their lives that they allow that to get in their way. So what I'm all about is helping remove that baggage so that you can move forward and do whatever it is that you want.
Michael, working with women for over 30 years with Edgy Elegance Cosmetics, and now going further with the Edgy Elegance Movement, helping women understand who they are, inspiring each other in their dreams, goals, and all the things we want to be. I know firsthand women inside do not feel, as you call, intrinsically magnificent, even though we are. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're going to teach us so they do know they are magnificent?
A lot of the noise and a lot of the pressure that come about being a woman in America, in this society, starts at about age 12, when you get to be eye to eye with the magazines at the grocery checkout, and you're eye to eye with Cosmopolitan and Glamour and Elle telling you how to be beautiful. And it's impossible. The girls on the covers of those magazines don't even look like that. And especially if you're 12, you can't possibly look like that. And 99% of the women in the world could never, ever look like that, even all made up like that. So it's really unfair. That's where it all comes from. So we address all of those different topics of where did it come from, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it came from. The point is that we have so many women who have low self-esteem, who are beautiful and powerful and smart and intelligent, and you give them a compliment and they look like they've been slapped. Well, come on. So that's what this is about. I got tired of it. I got tired of it, first of all, when I was an older teenager and in my young 20s, and I would see these beautiful women and I'd try to talk to them. They didn't want anything to do with me because I was nice, and they didn't want a nice guy. They didn't want someone treating them well. And that just drove me crazy. So this what we're going to talk about addresses all of that and removes some of the stuff, some of the conditioning that gets women to act that way. And you know, I'm not breaking any new ground here with the topic, because there's a million books like Smart Women, Foolish Choices, or just turn on Oprah. It's every day. So let's stop it. Let's stop it. And then my own story of my mother was a wonderful mother. She was the best mother in the world. All the kids wanted my mother, until I got to be about her height. And then she turned on me and got to be angry all the time. And my sister pointed out to me, well, it's because Mom hates men. Well, that's a problem. So many women have so many negative feelings about men. It doesn't have to be hatred, it doesn't have to be that level, but if you've got negative feelings about men, you're going to have tough times with your family, with your intimate relationships, and with making money. Because even if you're in a business that deals almost exclusively with women, you have to deal with men. So let's get you over the negative feelings about men so that you can have a better relationship with your spouse or significant other, with your son, if you have one, because let me tell you, that's not a fun experience. I've been through that. And you can go out and be more prosperous and make a lot more money because you're dealing with men in a much better way.
Michael, on our seminar on the 25th at the Huntington Beach Equestrian Center, I know Carol will also be working with horses, and she's a PhD, and you have quite a significant resume here. Television producer, we could go on and on forever. But the title of the matter, persuasion, can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I think we also need to persuade ourselves as edgy elegance women, or the edgy elegance movement, that we can persuade other people, but we also need to be self-persuaded. Tell us a little bit about that and how you're going to help us understand the power of persuasion.
Everyone persuades. I mean, if you have ever had a child, the child is excellent at persuading. Teenagers are masters of persuasion, and we somehow lose our ability to persuade as we get older because we don't want to be too pushy, or we don't want to do sales or whatever. And a matter of persuasion for women is actually even better, because Intrinsically Magnificent deals with the feminine side, and a matter of persuasion deals with the masculine side of let's go out and be more persuasive and make more money. And a lot of women have difficulty with that because they're afraid of getting into that part and addressing being more, they have fear of success, or they have fear of whatever. And so what a matter of persuasion does is that, number one, we do some process like we do at Intrinsically Magnificent to remove your fear of asking for money. Because let's say that Bill Gates or Donald Trump ask for money for a project they're working on. They ask for millions. And a homeless person on the street asks for quarters or $1. When Bill Gates asks for money, he gets millions. When the homeless person asks for a quarter, he gets a quarter. And when you don't ask for anything, you get nothing. So basically you get what you ask for. So the first thing is we have to remove your fear of asking for what you want and being deserving of what you want, because you know you are deserving what you want. Then we have all sorts of different processes that I teach you how to do. How to use your voice. Most people don't use their voice properly. And most people don't use their body language properly. Most people don't know how to actually say the right words in the right manner, or they get on a roll and they say too much stuff and they can't focus. So I teach how to do that and how to overcome objections before they happen. For example, I have to think about it, or it costs too much. I teach you how to overcome that before the person says it, so that they never ever do that. And part of it's persuading yourself to actually do it and take action, not just being persuasive, but being powerful. Because you're right, a lot of women need persuading to be more powerful, to be the powerful selves that they are. And we handle all that, and I'm looking forward to sharing some of that with your group.
Michael, you've shown your heart and your love and your desire to help women, but I've looked at your resume and your bio, and it's quite impressive. You have an extensive amount of background in television and seminar work, and an incredible story of presentations on television shows. Can you tell us a little bit about that? You are quite qualified to be able to teach us what we're going to be able to learn from you today.
I got started when I was 19. My first job was working for CBS in San Diego, and my first job was carrying around a 40-pound videotape recorder for $3 an hour. Talk about dating me, but that's what I did. And I worked in San Diego for a while, and then I moved to another city to work in another station to get more higher experience doing other things. And then I ended up coming back to San Diego and worked at NBC in San Diego for many years. Had the opportunity to interview presidential candidates and street people and everything imaginable in between. Probably about 30 to 50,000 people I got to interview. And during that time got to learn a lot. I mean, that's an amazing, amazing education that anyone who works in news gets that sort of education. So I was very blessed that I got to do all that. And then as I went on out, I began to go out on my own a little bit more, still working in television, but I began writing books. I had a couple of books published by Penguin Books, fantasy genre, and then began getting more exposure, so to say. I was featured in some magazines, which got even more attention, and then I got to be on some national TV shows, which was actually a little bit easier than getting into some of the other things, because everyone I knew worked in TV, so all I had to do was call my friends. They said, sure, we'll put you on TV. So I got to be on a number of national shows, which really helped me. And it helped me to understand how important it is. I found out because when I was first speaking on television and doing all this stuff, I was basically about promoting myself and my books. And then I found out, wow, you reach a lot of people doing this. Why don't we do something with a message? And so I was fortunate enough, I don't know if it's fortunate, but I actually broke my back. And I was recovering from back surgery, and I saw the Tony Robbins infomercial late at night. And that's what got me interested in personal development, was just seeing that infomercial. I bought the CDs, I listened to them, and I said, I can do this. And so it took a while to get my voice as to what I wanted to actually teach, but then enough people, enough women, it just turned out that my client base turned out to be a lot of women, and they kept asking, when are you going to do this for a larger group? And finally it sank in, and it made sense. It made sense because most of my friends were women. I got along well with them as far as being able to help, and I got really great results with them. So it was just a matter of doing that, taking all the experience that I have of working in TV news, all those people that I interviewed, all the things that I got to do, all the learnings that I got in personal development, put them all together, and then put together a program that can help women.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have so much to give to our Edgell Against Women and our movement. It has been an honor. Will you come back and see us again?
I will, and thank you for having me here.
Ladies, thanks for stopping by Edgell Against Cosmetics, edgellagainstmovement.com. You have just heard from the heart of a man that has touched my heart, Michael Peake, with his 2 seminars that he's going to be giving us, Intrinsically Magnificent and A Matter of Persuasion. We've been talking about this for years. Now we have a vehicle or tool of a man who has a heart to help women. Please take a serious look at this. It's only going to cost you $35. It's going to be at the beautiful Equestrian Center, May 25th at, I think it's 25 acres, and we're going to learn more about ourselves, and not just learning, but we're going to learn the tools that Michael's going to give us to take us to the next level. We talk about change, now let's take the action to do the change. Thank you so much for stopping by at edgellagainstmovement.com, and thank you so much, Michael, for sharing your heart and your true desire to help us get to the next level. Thank you for stopping by.